So today we are doing a book haul because Barnes & Noble had their big 50% off select title book sale, and so I bought some books. I also used it as an excuse to go out and buy other books, not just in the sale, but more books in general. I set aside a good amount of money and I bought a lot of books. So I'm gonna show you these books because I thought that'd be fun. And there are some books in here that I really want to talk about. So that's what we're doing. And I mean, I haven't read the majority of these, but if you have, let me know and let me know what you think about them because yeah. I'm going to start out with the two that I was most excited about and that I absolutely love. I got Hamilton the Revolution. And it's so big and it's so beautiful, and it was originally $45. I got it for $20 off Amazon, but it's, oh my gosh, I love it. It's so big, it's so beautiful. It has, look at that, it has deckled edges. I'm not a big fan of deckled edges, but this makes me love deckled edges, and I love this book in general. It's amazing. I love it. I've been flipping through this thing for the past like few days. I just, ugh. I also got Dear Evan Hansen Through the Window at last, and again I got it for $20 instead of $40, and it's amazing. And it's got, look, it's got the sprayed edges, and it's beautiful, and I love it so much. I love both of these so much. Oh my gosh. And also, I was flipping through this the other night. I didn't know Going Viral existed. I didn't know Jared Kleiman was supposed to have his own song. I didn't know Will was gonna have a solo. So I found the page where it mentioned Going Viral, and I love it. It's amazing. It's a very Jared song. Will Rowland, I found that one video of him performing it, and I actually screen recorded it on my phone so I can go back and listen to it. But yeah, I love this book. Both of these books are good purchases. If you love Hamilton or Dear Evan Hansen and you don't have these books, or you haven't read them or whatever, like, please, like, buy them. They're worth it. They're amazing. And again, you can find them for like $20 on Amazon, so it's a lot cheaper than like buying it for like the $45 list price. So please, like, they're so worth it and beautiful and amazing. They're just full of how they wrote the songs. There's a lot of commentary in it. There's a lot of stage photos. It's just beautiful. And now we will get into the rest of these. I'll start with this. I'll start with Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell. It's a graphic novel, and it's, from what I understand, it's about these two teenagers who work at a pumpkin patch every year together in October, and then this is happening their last year doing it together before they each go off to college. And I'm really excited to read this because I think it's gonna be super cute. And I also love art, so this is gonna be fantastic. And I feel like I need to mention, I don't know what a lot of these are about. Like, I mean, I know what the majority of like some of these are roughly about, but I haven't read them, and I love going into books blind. I love knowing the absolute bare minimum. So like a good example would be, I also got the trilogy for the summer, I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. I loved To All the Boys I Loved Before. I love Jenny Han as a person. She's very funny and very cute, and so I bought this book set for 20 bucks because I really wanted to read it, and I don't know what it's about. I just trust Jenny Han and her writing, and I'm excited to read these and see how it goes. But I just love going into books blind. I love not knowing what they're about and kind of figuring it out along the way. And you also kind of realize how many books rely on you reading the blurbs to understand or pick up on what the book's about versus them actually explaining it in like their books and in their stories, which I find really interesting. Because there are a lot of books that, like, if you go into blind, you're really clueless for like the first few chapters, but then if you read the blurb beforehand, you kind of understand more, and you don't really think about that, and I never really thought about it, but that's something I've noticed recently. I also got Naturally Tan by Tan France. I want to read more memoirs. I have some that I've read, and I have some sitting on my shelf that I've read, but I'd like to read more of them, and I really like Tan. I love Queer Eye in general. I'm seeing Jonathan Van Ness in November, actually, on his tour. I'm looking forward to reading this. I actually read this one already. And The Ocean is Our Sky by Patrick Ness, which I've been excited to read for a while because you all know I love Patrick Ness. And it was like a good solid book. I mean, I'll talk about it more when I do like an actual books I've read recently video, but a pretty good solid book. This book is kind of like a Monster Calls because it's also illustrated, which I love. And it's just, it's a good solid book. It's not like one of my favorites, but it's a good solid book and I think it was worth reading. Love and War by Melissa de la Cruz. Speaking of Hamilton, I bought the first and the last book in New York because I found signed copies. But I couldn't find the second book anywhere. I literally went to 3 different Barnes & Nobles and I couldn't find it anywhere. And then when I went back to Barnes & Noble the other week to do my book haul, they had it and it wasn't on sale, but I've been wanting this book anyway, so I went ahead and bought it. If you don't know what it's about, it's basically just like historical fiction based off of Eliza and Hamilton. Wicked Fox by Cat Cho. I've seen this around like a good bit, like a fair amount. Basically, it's about this girl who's a cat of 9 tails, fox creature. I'm not explaining this appropriately. And basically something happens where if she doesn't fix it, she's gonna die in a few days because she really messed up. And also from what I understand, this is like one of Cat Cho's first books, if it's not her debut novel, something like that. Because it was in a section that was labeled like new voices in YA. So I'm very interested. I haven't heard anyone talk about it, but I've seen it around and so I'm curious. I got Are We There Yet by David Levithan, and I just want to say that this book is made out of some of the worst book material. Like, do you hear that? Don't know what this book is about, but I love David Levithan. I will happily read all of his books. This is one of the few books of his that I don't have yet. Are we there yet? Don't have yet. I really enjoy David Levithan and his writing. You guys know this, unless this is your first video you're watching of mine. I love David Levithan. Great writer, pretty cool guy, like, so yeah, we're gonna read this and see how it goes. I almost got the rest of Sean David Hutchinson's books. I forgot his memoir and there's one other, FML. I forgot his memoir and FML, but other than that, I got the rest of his books I didn't have yet. The Death Day Letter, which I read the little blurb for, and it just kind of reminds me of They Both Die at the End with the same kind of like, here's a warning before you die type thing. So I'm excited to read that. I also got Violent Ends, which I didn't know what this was about, but I looked because I was curious, and it says a novel in 17 points of view, which is really neat. Basically, it's about a school shooter, and it's told from 17 different points of view. It's like told in like different stories about the shooter before like stuff goes down. Sean David Hutchinson and Neil Schusterman and Brendan Schusterman. I know those 3 names. I don't know the others, but I'm looking forward to this book. I'm very much looking forward to it. And then the 5 Stages of Andrew Brawley. His entire family died except for him, and from what I understand, he now lives in a hospital. He serves food in a cafeteria, hangs out with the nurses, and he sleeps in a forgotten supply closet. And then one night, a boy named Rusty is wheeled into the ER, burned on half his body by hateful classmates. His agony calls out to Drew like a beacon, pulling them together through all their pain and grief. In Rusty, Drew sees hope, happiness, and a future for both of them. A future outside the hospital, away from their pasts. So, I mean, like, I'm intrigued. I'm interested. It's Sean David Hutchinson. I trust him. Like, yes. I also got Margaret Atwood's The Handmaid's Tale. I've seen the Hulu show, and I'm just very interested in the book. So, I picked it up, and we're gonna read it and see what happens. You guys should know what this is. I hit myself in the head. You guys should know what this is about. Most people do. It's very popular. Well, it's not like overly popular, but it's popular enough. So, did pick this one up. And the last one I got that wasn't part of the sale is Suicide Notes by Michael Thomas Ford. Has to do about suicide and mental health, and I enjoy reading books about that. I mean, again, I loved It's Kind of a Funny Story and a kind of book like that, and this book kind of reminds me of that. Reading the about blurb for it. The rest of the books here are books that I got on the actual 50% off sale. So I got Dry by Neil Schusterman and Jared Schusterman. I also got Crown of Feathers by Nikki Pa Preto, I don't know. Look at this cover, by the way. Look at this cover. Is that not absolutely gorgeous? Very excited to read this one. It has to do with riding phoenixes. From what I understand is basically there are like these 2 sisters who were going to be head of a kingdom, stuff happened between them, and there's some kind of war or fight or whatever. And they ride phoenixes, which was basically all I needed to know to be intrigued. You will probably see me talk about these books again after I read them, but for now, it's very vague. Illuminae, the Illuminae Files, 01. Because I haven't read these, but a lot of people love them. Like, they're like pretty, like, solidly popular. I like flipped through it and I see like a bunch of files and stuff like that, and I'm very interested. I also got Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. I'm so sorry. I butcher all of these authors' names. I am so sorry. From reading the about this, I'm not gonna read the about again, but it kind of reminds me of Fangirl a little bit. And then also, this is another book that people really seem to like and seems to be doing like pretty well. So I thought I would check it out and see what's about and what's going on with it. It kind of reminds me of Fangirl, but we will see how that changes as I read the book. I was kind of flipping through it a little bit. Like, there's some pictures in it, like kind of graphic novel-y. I don't know. It'll be really interesting after I read these books, going back and seeing this video. Last book I got, A Very Large Expanse of Sea, Taria Mafi, also 50% off. And this is the last book that I picked up. And it's about a 16-year-old Muslim girl in 2002 after 9/11. It's 2002, a year after 9/11, and Shirin has just started yet another school. It's extremely turbulent time for the world, but also for someone like Shirin, a 16-year-old Muslim girl who's tired of being stereotyped. I'm really excited for this book. I'm really looking forward to this book. I know I say that about all of them, but like this, some more than others, and this being one more than others. So yeah, those are the books that I picked up during my little book haul. I say little, this is like literally, this is the most amount of books I've ever bought at one time. Those are the books I got. Can't wait to read them. I mean, I had to put some new books on my bookshelf. Like, I mean, it just had to be done. Yeah. Thank you for watching my little book haul. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this. Please give this video a like. If this is the first video you're seeing of mine, I make normally I can speak better than this. I do a lot of bookish videos. I do a lot of travel vlogs. I talk about Dan and Phil. I do a lot of things here. So you are like welcome to join in on this little time that we're having here on this side of the internet. We try to have fun and have a good time, and so you're welcome to be a part of it. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a great day and a great week. And yeah, I will, I don't know what that is. I will see you guys next time. I should probably get an outro of some sort. Maybe plan ahead more. I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna go, but thank you for watching. And again, have a great day and a great week and a great month. And I will see you guys next week because we are uploading weekly again. Aren't you proud? It's an accomplishment. Yeah, and my dog is here. Do you want to see my dog? Come here, Carter. Oh my gosh. Oh, your puppy. She's like 10 years old. But yeah, okay, you can see her ears. That's not very beneficial for you, is it? Here. Say hello, Carter. She's like, put me down right now. I love you. Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye. And now we're gonna take a picture for the thumbnail.